gonna have some funny dentist, isn't she?
Okay.
Yeah, I know.
Right, so we're going to clip the toes.
God, I didn't think it was that bad. Oh, you pinky ones are up shape.
Tiny ones. So clip the toes. If they need clipped, file them. And just move the toes as you need to. And then we're going to exfoliate the foot. So this is a sea salt exfoliating scrub. And with a spatula. Smells amazing.
Is that vanilla?
And then we're going to put some cuticle softener on. And then put that back in the water. And then just give the foot a wee rinse. That feels nice and soft already. Right, and then you're going to repeat to this other foot.
That stuff smells so good.
Does it?
It's like pure vanilla cakes.
That is. And then scrub for the other foot. Rather messy.
It's alright. It smells good and it feels good, so it's fine.
It smells lovely. And then cuticle remover, softener, sorry. Then pop it back in the water, give it a rinse. It's all off, so just make sure all the scrub's off the leg fully, and then with that dirty towel, because it's all scrub, just pop it away. Okay, so give me that foot back up.
It's as soft as a wee baby's.
It does. So give it a wee dry. And make sure you dry between the toes. That looks nice and soft. And then, so you can put more cuticle softener or remover on if you need to, but they're quite soft, so I'm just going to use the tool around the cuticle area. And then with your sharp end, just scrape round. So it's now just like what we do to the hand for manicure. And then you're just scraping off all the dead cuticle off the toes, cuticle area. And it can feel quite tickly, so you're best to be quite firm with it. And just hold the toe. And then if you needed to nip, you could use your nippers if there was any loose skin, cuticle. And then we're going to wrap that foot up and pop it to the side. Okay, bring this one up. And just make sure all the toes are dry and the foot's dry. So what you can also do, if you prefer, you can push them all back and then go back with your chisel end, whatever. So you could just work through like that as well, if you prefer. And if your client was having a gel polish, you could give them a full pedicure before you have the gel polish application. If you were going to just do a gel polish application, it's still good to just soak the feet put a wee bit of cuticle remover on just so that they're clean.
Oh, you've got a number for it.
Just decline it. There you go. Alright. Okey-doke. So, what you can now do is a foot rasp. So Pedicure will have a pedicure file. So it comes with a metal handle and then the grits are in here. So you've got an 80 grit coarse one, which is really rough, which is good for really hard skin, and then you've got a 180 medium grit, which is quite a bit softer. Alright, so you can do this with your foot rasping. And as I said, there's also the disposable pedicure pack that you can use, which has got the disposable foot rasp, buffer, file, and a little orange wood stick to work, and then that can all go in the bucket. So with this, you just peel that off, stick it on, so it's got the rough side. So what you want to do is, you can use the rough side first for any really hard bits, and then you can go on and refine it with the softer side. So you want to have a look about the foot to see if there's any rough bits. So she's got a wee bit here, so just stretch the skin a wee bit, hold it. That feel okay?
Okay.
Is it tickly?
A wee bit tickly.
So if the client finds it tickly, then just maybe not do too much of it. Is the white side better?
Yeah.
Aye. So the black side was a bit rough for our Shanice, so. And sometimes the tops of the toes can have a wee bit of hard skin, a wee bit of dry skin. Shanice's feet are pretty good actually.
I only did them last week.
That's good.
I try to keep on top of them.
Ah, nice. You've got lovely wee feet.
Okay.
Get you to do my pedicure.
Aye. Do that for anybody.
And then support the foot so that you can get to the heel. Now if they had really hard skin, you would use the black side. If they had really hard skin, you can use the black side. But hers are not really bad at all, so we're just going to use the little white side. Alright? And then rest the foot back down. So if she had any other hard skin, you could buff it with the foot rasp. So we're going to cover that one up, pop it down, and then I'll take this one up. So we're just going to do the same again. So really dark white.
I think that's where it gets the most, is at the big toe.
Aye. It's pretty decent. Oh, bad.
I don't know about the tops of your toes now.
Well, that's where I find I get a build up. It gets quite dry sometimes on the end. And you can go back and forth as long as you move. You don't want to be too on the one spot or you'll burn the client's skin. Now Shanice's feet are really baby soft, so this white side is enough, but if you needed to you could really go with the dark side, which is a very gritty one. And then heel, hope the video's catching this. I hope it's at the right angle.
Yeah, that's good. I can see quite well.
Good. Right. And then we'll bring it back up. And with that, that'll probably peel off very well, but there we go. And they could just go in the bin. So that's really hygienic. And then with your alcohol wipe, you can give it a clean.
That side was already
Sticky.
stuck there.
Aye. And that's it, all clean. So you've not got any cross infection going to happen with that, which is good. Right, so I'm gonna push that back. Right, so what we're going to do now is her leg massage. So with a massage medium, so we've got a pedicure foot lotion, different types that you can use. This, usually they've got like peppermint in it. That does not come out. This would be a big edit part. Right. A wee squeeze up and down, a wee squeeze. So I've got quite a lot. Heat it up.
And fit on your foot and leg massage.
Good. So can you relax your leg down? Yeah, that's it. So just a bit effleurage to start. And then you can do power kneading up the tibialis anterior. Now if the client has knee issues, you can move on to the bed for this. I probably prefer to go up to the bed, but just for the purposes of us doing the wee video, it's less hassle. And you could do your finger kneading. That feel alright? And then you could do a wee bit of palmar kneading to the inside gastrocnemius. Now I'm going to get her heel in. Round the ankle bone. Do a bit of kneading. And then we're going to come up onto the foot. And then thumb knead into the outer portion of the foot about 3 times, and then to the inside. And then you can do some thumb zigzags. And then a squeeze. And then pinch in. and slap in the toes. And then finish with a wee bit. Yeah.
Shake off the demons.
Shake off the demons. Right, got a wee poppy bit in there.
That's one touching ankle.
Is it?
So it just pops all the time.
And then just from there to the outside of the foot. So your massage, you're trying to make sure that it just flows, so where your hand finishes you want it to kind of move on to the next bit, just so that it always flows. So what we're doing is using our thumb right in the instep and using it in a circular action to knead the inset of the foot. It's crunchy.
Can you feel it?
Uh-huh.
I feel that's not normal.
Well, see, for reflexology, that'll mean something. I didn't do reflexology, but that
Look at your
crunching,
picture.
I know we'll look at it at the end and see what it means. And then a kind of scissor. So all you're doing is like a crisscross with your thumbs coming up the sole of the foot. And then a big squeeze, 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 and then the foot comes back round, and then give it a pinch and a slap.
So the heat does reflexology.
Yeah,
So I need to put down the harmony.
yeah. Alright. Good, pop that down. Okay, so now we're going to paint our toes.
Oh,
So,
I'd like a dark colour.
black.
No, just a dark colour.
And
Like a dark pink or a dark purple or... I like dark colours on my toes.
let's see what we've got.
I mean, I did have white one, but why I have white one, I have no idea.
A dark colour. So there's a purpley dark, there's a Jovi Brown.
I don't want a Jory Brown colour.
Grey. Silvery grey. Purple, pink. Red.
Pink.
Got red.
The pink one. The pink one.
And then top coat.
Oh, there's a base coat in
There's
there.
a base coat, yeah, base coat. So, traditionally for a pedicure, the client will get their nails painted. And there's some clients that can't have gel, so you still want to be able to finish their toes off.
So, say after the massage, at what stage, if you were doing like a luxury, would you put them in booties and
So before the massage.
put them in booties before the massage?
Yes, because that's heat, so we want the heat to soften the tissues before the massage.
Right.
Okay, so, right, so I'll take this foot up. Now just straighten your foot out for me.
Oh.
So we're going to squeak it clean with your nail varnish remover to remove the oils from the nail. So give it a good rub.
Then again, if I've done such a good job at taking all the...
It's not bad, it's
off.
mostly off. It's mostly off. So, Grace, if you're doing a luxury treatment, that's what Shanice is asking, you would, like, so your luxury treatment can be heat. So if it's heated boots or paraffin wax, you would do that before the massage. So a basic pedicure is what we're doing now. If you were doing a luxury, that's when you would add your heat with that. Now, Pedicure do a nail dehydrator, which is basically just something that you can paint on, and that helps to just dehydrate the nail plate, because obviously we put lotions on and stuff like that, so it's not going to last very long if you don't dehydrate it a bit. And this just air dries, so like that. Air dry.
Oh, that was cold.
And then we've got a base coat. So you always want to paint a base coat on to protect the nails from staining and make it last. I can't help it because my hands are that
Do you want me to try?
I'll try this. Well done. So open your nail varnish before you start your treatment. That needs a wipe, the neck of that needs a wee wipe. So base coat.
It's so nice and easy to paint those into it.
Totally. Okay, and then I'm going to pop that down to the side, my love. And then we'll get this one up. So, nail varnish remover. Your dehydrator. And to separate the toes, you're best not to have toe separators because they're really unhygienic. So a tissue is fine, or you could use cotton wool, but cotton wool is more expensive than a
Is that
tissue.
like tissue paper that you
Yeah, so that's just tissue, but you could get like kitchen roll. They're just tissues, but you could get kitchen roll. It's probably thicker and a bit better to separate the toes.
Yeah.
That was a wee trick that my pal taught me to.
What?
To gel toes, put the tissue between your toes.
Aye. Exactly.
Oh, that's handy.
And then we're going to just use a colour, so just a standard varnish. Right, pop your other foot over. And I'll get to bend your knee this time. Ta.
It looks like I've only got 3 days. I do like having something on my toes.
That is nice. So if you were doing a gel, you would just be doing your gel at this point. You'd have to have your lamp obviously on the bed or on the floor. And if you get a little bit on the skin, you can just tidy it with your nail varnish remover. I'll just stuck my finger in that. Gel's much better. Right, next one. Did I base coat that one?
Yes.
And a varnish on the toes still lasts quite a long time, and it's much less hassle than taking gel off.
Just because you use your toes as much as your fingers.
Exactly. Grand. And then other foot. If the client's got knee issues, back issues, you can do the full thing on the bed. So it just depends. You can do it seated or you can do it on the bed. It is harder with the basin of water for on the bed, but what you could do is just get them soaked on the sitting position, then straight up on the bed. So quite a lot of places do that as well. Okay, swap over, my lovely. Okay.
I could take my foot seriously on that video.
You what?
I can't take my foot seriously on that video.
3 toes.
Aye.
Okay, pop that over. So by the time you've done the first side, the second side's ready. And then a wee bit of top coat. Alright, I'll say. Right, and pop that one down. And then that's it.
That's it.
That's it. And then you can let them dry for 20 minutes to half an hour to become touch dry. We'll put them up for the purposes of the video.
Yeah.